Here is a trip to Talimena State Park. This is a state park in Oklahoma-Arkansas border. We found a campsite in Talimena State Park itself. We camped overnight over there, had some campfire and some good time. We slept early, got up early in the morning, and got ready to do the K Trail actually. But then, while we were getting ready, we found a couple of riders here who wanted to do a single track and asked us if we could join them. And we said maybe this was a good opportunity to do a real adventure. Our folks had already done K Trail a few times, and Vivek suggested that maybe we can try this one. Here is the start of the trail. The trail is, hidden in the woods. It was very hard to find even for them. But once we found that, we started riding it. This trail is called 3 Miles of Hell. It is 3 miles of hell for sure. The trail is like a lot washed out because I don't think a lot of riders are riding it nowadays. Trail is full of rocks, tree branches, roots everywhere. It does pose a lot of challenge. The first half of the section we were really exhausted. Vivek, and being on his new Husky, was not able to continue because of the ergonomics of his bike. But nevertheless, we decided to continue and finish off these 3 miles of hell, and we started riding. This is a really fun trail. A lot of trees and a lot of shade, so you could expect that it's going to be a little cooler than riding out in the open. It is slower. You cannot really ride fast in a lot of these sections. It's mostly bumpy, a lot of trees, log jumps, river crossings, creek crossings, a lot of downhill slopes and uphill climbs. It's pretty nice. There are a lot of rocky sections in the riverbed. Other than that, it was pretty nice. This 3 miles of hell trail ends at what we call as Highway 1. This actually crosses Highway 1, and from Highway 1 you have another trail called as a Board Stand Trail or the Northrop Trail. That's what you're gonna get onto. We didn't know what we were getting ourselves into, so we just followed these guys, and they were really nice. They stopped at every place and helped us get back on the trail whenever we got lost. This trail continues all throughout the forest, and it has a pretty nice elevation gain. Once you reach the peak, you start going downhill. That's when you're gonna find Highway 1. One thing to remember though is that although it was within the woods, it was a lot humid, probably because it rained a couple of days ago. And there were a lot of sections where we could go over the logs but not do the Chris Bird style of jumping around those big logs, so we had to find some alternative route, go around. And here's the end of the first section. You have touched Highway 1, and we were all exhausted, but we decided that this is more fun to continue rather than K Trail, and we headed the Boat Stand Trails way. It's a pretty long trail, and as you can see, we stopped at a place, and I'm just taking a video here trying to explain, right? Like, this is a place where Vivek crashed on that small log over there and hurt himself a little bit. Everything was good, and he was back on wheels, and you can see the creek crossing right there. And there are a lot of places like this, a lot of them. And that is me doing the water crossing. And that brings us to the end of the trail. We took and went back to a restaurant, had some nice lunch, and then got onto Talimena Scenic Highway on our car and found this paragliders. Pretty nice, interesting. This is a spot where you can come watch these gliders. That's it. Thanks for watching.